Hey guys, welcome to another top 10 list, and welcome to my top 10 favorite fighting video games. Yes, I love every type of genre of video games and stuff, and a lot of fighting video games is something I grew up with a lot. Like, whether it's like a Tekken, or Street Fighter, or Mortal Kombat, I loved a good fighting game because as a kid, you just loved playing as people who got to punch the shit out of other people. Nothing much funner, awesome than that, right? So, I always loved fighting games, and I just thought, hey, I haven't done fighting game list, top 10 list, so might as well fucking do it, right? So here are my top 10 personal favorite fighting video games, and just gotta let you guys know, this is very much my opinion, so there's a lot of Tekken and a lot of Mortal Kombat on here, because those are the fighting games I grew up with and games I love, so, yeah, so personal list. Anyways, before top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Tekken 2, Street Fighter 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Soul Calibur 2, and Soul Calibur 6. Great games, just couldn't make the top 10 list. But what did my top 10 was my number 10. And my number 10 is Mortal Kombat Deception. Mortal Kombat Deception is a great fucking game. It continues on the story after Deadly Alliance and after Raiden, Sonya, Johnny Cage, and Jax have to get rid of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. They all have to team up together to face the old king of Outworld, Unaga. Unaga is a great character and a great villain. And it's basically about Raiden basically teaming up with the bad people so they can get rid of an even worse person. So he's got to team up with like Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung to defeat an even greater evil of Unaga and stuff. And I love this story. I love the combat system, and I love what they did with Scorpion Sub-Zero. And just, the story is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat stories, and just a really kick-ass, badass, bloody, brutal Mortal Kombat video game, and just, yeah, terrific game. Number 9 is an underrated game, and I know not a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, but that's why it's my list, and that is Shonen Jump Force. I actually quite enjoy Jump Force. A lot of people don't like it. Some people don't like it. I understand actually why people don't like it. Some of it's a bit glitchy, and it does need a couple more patches for it to be an excellent, excellent game, but I still quite enjoy it. I love that they brought in all the great shonen characters from the great shonen anime series like My Hero Academia, Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, and of course my favorite of all time, Dragon Ball Z. And I love playing as Goku and Vegeta, and I like creating a character who has a lot of the same powers as like a Naruto and also a Vegeta and stuff. It's really awesome. The story really lacks a lot, but the fighting's really cool. Some of the upgrades and some of the costumes you can make are pretty badass. And I just love fighting around, flying around, and kicking some ass and fighting amazing, awesome anime characters and stuff. And I have personal fun with it. I guess you can maybe call it a guilty pleasure game. I just have a lot of fun with it, but I see a lot of people's issues. But still, personally, I enjoy it. Number 8 is Tekken 7. It is the newest of the Tekken games, and it's really good, actually. I remember playing Tekken 7 actually pretty recently, just last year, and I hadn't played a Tekken game in quite some time since like Tekken 6 for the PS3, which was years ago, and I didn't love Tekken 6 that much, and I'm like, I don't know. But it brought me back to the nostalgia and the greatness of Tekken, the great characters like Jin Kazama and Wonum and Heihachi and Kazuya and Yoshimitsu and King and all these awesome characters I love to play with. Really cool story. I love how they do this like kind of interview with Heihachi, and they go more to the backstory of Heihachi and a lot of crazy stuff they had to deal with, especially when Jin was born and everything. There's some interesting, cool story elements when you play the story mode, and even the online gameplay is so cool and unique, and was much better and much more of a upgrade from Tekken 6, so I really had a lot of fun with Tekken 7, and I definitely would recommend it. Number 7 is Mortal Kombat 2, the original classic Mortal Kombat. I remember old school Mortal Kombat, playing this on the Sega and stuff, and I loved playing this old school classic Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2 has made me become a huge die-hard Mortal Kombat fan. Playing the ladder matches and seeing all these classic, amazing characters with the cool, badass, brutal fatalities. I love Mortal Kombat 2. The sheer nostalgia I have for this game really puts it up for me as well. Just Mortal Kombat 2, it's amazing. NumberSix. NumberSix is Tekken 5. Tekken 5 was for the PS2, and I love Tekken 5. I love the story, and the villain of Jinpachi is the most frustratingly annoying villains because he is just so difficult to beat. But again, just it brought me back to the Tekken world. Just every console has great Tekkens. I feel bad the PS3 never had a great Tekken because they had Tekken 6, and Tekken 6 kind of sucked. But the PS2 had Tekken 5, the PS4 had Tekken 7, and the PS1 had a Tekken game I'll be get to soon. But Tekken 5 is awesome. It has a great soundtrack. I love what they did with Force Law and Lei Wulong, and I love some of the new characters they bring into the game as well. And yeah, it's got that great comedy. I love all the comedic scenes with Lee and his it's awesome. And definitely one of the funnier Tekken games. It's definitely a lot of the more cheerful and upbeat ones, but still got that great brutal fighting and just awesome controls and awesome characters that I've always grew up with. So yeah, I love Tekken 5. Number 5 is Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Ultimate. Both these Smash Bros. Games are my two favorites. I love playing Brawl. I'll start with Brawl on the Wii. Really great, kick-ass, badass fighting game. And again, it brought all the amazing Nintendo characters. I always played as Link, and I just feel like visual-wise and fighting-wise and just no glitch-wise, Brawl is one of the best Smash Brothers out there. I love Ultimate because it literally took every single Nintendo character and put it into a game like Splatoon and Star Fox and Metroid and Sonic and Pokemon characters and of course Link and Mario. Just Ultimate on the Switch is just incredible. And I couldn't decide which one I liked more, so I just put them both as a tie. They're both amazing, incredible games. So, Smash Brothers. Number 4 is Mortal Kombat 2011, or Mortal Kombat 9, if you want to call it that. Mortal Kombat 2011 for the PS3 was an amazing game. Basically, it started the story almost all over again. And the way they did this story and the way they made these characters and wrote these characters in awesome ways was awesome. I just love how they did Johnny Cage. They made him more of just an asshole actor character. It was great. His chemistry with Sonya Blade's awesome. I love the story of Shao Kahn and Liu Kang. Just the way they did the tournament. And then they did the backstories of Scorpion and Sub-Zero was incredible. I love this Mortal Kombat game. This is my favorite Mortal Kombat game. I love the gameplays. I love how they do the fatalities. It's got some of my favorite fatalities in this Mortal Kombat game. I love it. And it also had Freddy Krueger. That's awesome. So yeah, love Mortal Kombat 2011. Number 3 is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. I remember playing this so much. I played Budokai 1, but Budokai 2 is basically Budokai 1, but better. I love Dragon Ball Z, and I think this is my personal favorite Dragon Ball Z video game. And I didn't mind Fighter Z, and I was a little underwhelmed with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but Budokai 2 is just my favorite. I love the controls, I love the characters, and it's basically playing the show in a video game. You have to play the Saiyan Saga, the Frieza Saga, the Android Saga, the Cell games, the Majin Buu Saga, playing all the sagas in this game, and it's almost like a story adventure mode, also with a fighting game system, and just playing the World Martial Arts tournaments. Everything about Budokai 2 is just awesome. I absolutely adore this game, and it's childhood for me. It's just childhood. Number 2 is Injustice 2. Injustice 2 is what a great game. Injustice 1 was good, but Injustice 2 is even better. The story is awesome. It's basically hey, Mortal Kombat with DC characters. It's amazing. Superman made Aquaman one of the most badass characters. Probably the most cheapest character to play. Batman, Robin, all the characters, Joker, and Martian Manhunter, all of them. And that's the best way to pitch this game. Mortal Kombat, but with DC characters. I love it. Absolutely love it. Number 1, Tekken 3. Tekken 3, to me, is the best video game fighting game. It is the best. Best controls, best characters. It's got the best villain with True Ogre. It's got the beach ball scene, and it's really great. The mechanics of it, and just the way it did, and the way the sales of it was just incredible. Just the way they came up with this idea and this story, and with these characters. Tekken 1 and 2 were really great games, but They didn't know where to. I feel like they didn't know where to go with the story, but Tekken 3 was probably the best way they can do it. It's fantastic, and the cutscenes are awesome. The ending scenes to everyone's characters when you win the tournament is amazing. I love it. The Iron Fist tournament, Tekken himself, Jin Kazama, Tekken 3, best fighting video game ever. Period. So that's my top 10 favorite fighting video games, in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me what are your guys' top 10 favorite fighting video games in your guys' opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.